In a previous video, I talked to you about all of the myths surrounding Section 8. This time I want to talk to you about some of the benefits. This is less spoken about, the benefits of investing in Section 8 properties. If you don't know, I am Ashley Lorraine, M.Ed, and I am known for being a Subject to and Section 8 pro. So stick along, I'm going to share my screen and let me share with you the benefits of investing in Section 8 properties. All right, let's get right into it. Most people, when they hear anything about Section 8, they're hearing it from investors who've never even tried it, and some of them have never even met any voucher recipients. So I've been doing this for a long time, about 6 years, exclusively with Section 8, and I would love to show you guys some benefits if you're willing to hang in there with me. All right, let's get into the first benefit of Section 8. Number one, it is dependable. Okay, you are going to get timely, dependable payments every single month on time. And the thing about that dependability that I can add is statistics show that Section 8 tenants stay in properties from 7 to 8 years. That is kind of the stability, that's this kind of stability that you need in your portfolio so that you can continue to grow your portfolio without a bunch of tenant turnover. The payments, I could tell you from experience, when Section 8 kept paying me during the pandemic, everyone who turned their nose up at me, oh, you're a Section 8 investor, oh, you work with those people. Well, those same investors were coming to me asking me, okay, how can I turn my property into a Section 8 property? How do I work with them? You know, my cash tenants aren't paying. All the moratoriums were going on, so you couldn't even evict people. Meanwhile, I'm sleeping like a baby because Section 8 continued to pay me every single month. Now you guys see interest rates are rising, recessions are happening, and you don't want to end up in the same place as those other investors. You want to do something safe and solid right now to make sure that your rent payments do not stop so you can continue to build wealth. Okay, the next benefit of Section 8 is they're going to pay you full fair market rent. As a matter of fact, not only do they pay the full fair market rent, they also pay up to 110% of the fair market rent. Okay, that is a big deal. And the rent payment from the tenant is based on their income. It's always going to be about 30% of their income. So I mentioned earlier the pandemic, or right now during a recession, there's lots of layoffs going on, right? Well, if the tenant's income decreases, then their portion of the rent decreases. So you are always going to be getting your payments every single time in full at fair market rent. If you're not sure what the fair market rent is in your area, you can go to HUD.gov, and it has a chart that will show you the fair market rents based on where your property is located. Okay, next, you get free property inspections, okay? This is coming from someone who owned a painting construction company, and we also offered a virtual walkthrough service where we would do a property inspection, an informal one, and we're charging like $500 a pop, okay? Even if you hire a formal one, you're gonna get that much or more. Section 8 does it for free, okay? Not only do they do the inspection for free, they give you a report for free. This is important for many reasons. Number one, it helps you know that every single year your property is going to be checked on and made sure that it is up to standard. Really, your standard. It's your house. You want it to be a great house. And so that's when people talk about the myth of, you know, Section 8 slumlords or the tenants are going to tear your house up. It's so difficult to do that because there's an inspection coming every single year. Also, it's going to help you identify some maintenance that might be needed right now or later on that you might not have noticed. A lot of you guys aren't professional contractors, right? You don't know what to look for. They're sending in professional inspectors who know exactly what to look for, and they're doing this for free, and they're giving you the report for it every single year. The tenant can also request emergency inspections, like if something is going just terribly wrong and things like that. But again, that helps you as the landlord because now you know exactly what to fix, and it's going to save you the diagnostic money that you would have to pay someone else to go in there to figure out what's wrong. It's just all benefits, right? You also can apply for an annual rent increase. Yes, you can do that with Section 8. Now, the tenant has to have been there for a year, you know, because you have to do it at the end of the lease when the lease is going to be restarting. But every year you can ask for an increase. And people always ask me, well, how much of an increase should I ask for? Look at the fair market rent, and it will tell you about how much you should be asking for. Okay, so ask for the maximum. At worst, Section 8 will just come back and say, hey, you know, we looked at the fair market rent. Maybe it's not that high, but here's the increase that we can give you. So it never hurts to ask, and Section 8 does not give you a hassle about it. So every year you are allowed to ask for a rent increase. Okay, and then finally, my favorite thing about it is we get to serve populations who are typically underserved, like people with disabilities or the elderly. A lot of times they're overlooked. I mean, one of my favorite mentors from back when I was an assistant principal, he now is approaching his 80s, and he's like, the hardest thing about getting older is you become invisible. And that happens too with people with disabilities, so I'm so glad that we're able to service them and to make sure that they are seen, but we still get to do that while earning money, while earning a beautiful, decent, amazing profits. Okay, so now we don't have to choose money or morals. When we invest with Section 8, we get money and we get to do it morally and help the communities and our neighbors and people who are typically underrepresented. So those are just some of the benefits that I see in investing in Section 8. I'm sure there's more, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to go ahead and shut it down. But if you have any questions, please leave some comments. I'd love to talk to you. Like and subscribe. I have tons of information and tidbits that I want to share with you. I love to coach. I love to partner. I love to help you add Section 8 properties to your portfolio the right way, the profitable way. Get in touch with me. I love to talk to you. I'll see you in the next video.